Hello and welcome to Short Story Scene. I'm your host, the storyteller, and here we have a tale called Inferno by Dante Alighieri. Canto 18. There is a place in hill called Malborg, wholly of the stone and of the iron color, as it is circle that around it turns. Right in the middle of the field line there is yawns a well exceeding wide and deep, of which the structure will recount. Round then it is enclosure, which remains between the well at the foot of the high, hard bank, and his distinct in valleys tends its bottom, and where from the protection of the walls many moats surround the castles, the part in which there are figure forms. Just such an image those presented there, and as about such strongholds from their gates unto the outer bank are little bridges. So from the precipice space did crags project, and intersect dikes and moats, unto the well and trinkets and collects them. Within this place, down shaken from the back of Grayon, he found us, and the poet held to the left, and I moved on behind. Upon my right hand I beheld new anguish, new torments, and new wielders of the lash, wherewith the foremost Bolgia was repleted. Down at the bottom were the sinners naked. This side of the middle came they facing us. Beyond it was us, but with greater steps, even as the Romans for the mighty host, the year of Jubilee upon the bridge, have chosen a mode to pass the people over. For all upon one side towards the castle, their faces have, and go on to St. Peter's. On the other side they are towards the mountain. This side and that, along the livid stone, beheld I horned demons with great scourges. Their cruelly were beating them behind. Ah me, how did they make them lift their legs at the first blows, and soothe not with any, the second waited for, not for the third. While I was going on, mine eyes by one encountered where the straight I said, already with sight of this one I am not unfed. Therefore I stayed my feet to make him out, and with me the sweet guy came to stand, and to my going somewhat back assented. And he, the scourged one, thought to hide himself, lowering his face, but little it availed him. For I said, Thou that castest down thine eyes, if false or not the features which thou bearest, thou art Vendicio Cacimnamico, and what doth bring thee to such pungent sauces? And he to me, unwilling, I tell it, but forces me thine utterance distinct, which makes me recoil the ancient world. I was the one who the fair Gisola induced to grate the wishes of the Marquise. However this shameless story may be told, that the sole Bolognese am I who weeps here, nay, rather is the place so full of them, that not so many tongues today are taught. Twixt Reno and Savina, then say Sippa. And if thereof thou wishest pledge or proof, bring thine mind our avaricious heart. While speaking in this manner, with his scourge the demon smote him and said, Get thee gone, pander, and there is no woman here for coin. I joined myself again unto mine escort, and thereafterward with footsteps few we came, and where a crag projected from the bank. This is very easy did we ascend, and turning into the right along its ridge, from those eternal circles we departed. When we were there, where it was hollowed out, beneath it gave passage to the scourge. The guide said, Wait, and see that on thee strike the vision of those others evil born, of whom thou hast not yet beheld the faces, because together with us they have gone. From the old bridge we looked upon the train, which towards us came upon the other border, and which the scourges in like manner smite. And the good master, without my inquiring, said to me, See that tall one who is coming, and for his pains seems not to shed a tear. Still what a royal aspect he retains. That Jason is, who by his heart and cunning the colchians of the ram made destitute. He by the isle of Lemnos passed along, after the daring women pitiless had unto death devoured all their males. There with his tokens and with ornate words did he deceive softly the maiden who first herself had all the rest deceived. There did he leave her pregnant and forlorn. Such sin unto such punishment condemns him, and also for Medea is vengeance done. With him go those who in such wise deceive, and sufficient be of the first valley to know those that in this jaws it holds. We were already where the narrow path crosses athwart and second dike and forms of the buttress for another arch. Hence we heard people who were making moan, and the next Bulgia snorting with their muzzles and with their palms beating upon themselves. The margins were encrusted with the mold by exhalation from below, and the sticks there, and with the eyes and nostrils wages war. The bottom is so deep, and no place suffices to give us sight of it. Without ascending, the arch is back, where the most the crag impedes. Thither we came, and thence down into the moat. I saw people smothered in the filth, and out of the human privies seemed to flow. And Willis below there, with mine eyes I searched, and I saw one with his head so foul with odor. It was not clear if he were clerk or layman. He screamed to me, "For art thou so eager, and look to me more than the other foul ones?" And I to him, because if I remember, I already seen thee with dry hair, and thou Alcio in Termini of Lucia, and therefore I thee more than all of the others. And here thereon belaboring his pumpkin, and the flatteries are submerged me here below, and wherewith my tongue was never surfeited. And then said to me that the guide, "See that thou thrust the visage somewhat further in advance, that with thine eyes thou will the face attain of the unclearly and dishevelled drab, who there doth scratch himself with filthy nails, and crouches now, and now on foot is standing." Yes, the harlot is it who replied unto her paramour when he said, "Have I great gratitude from thee, nay, marvellous, and herewith let our sight be satisfied." And that concludes Inferno by Dante Alighieri, Canto 18. If you like this content or would like to support it, please head to Patreon. That is www.patreon.com/shortstoryscene. Thank you, Drake, for being a patron. And thank you all for listening, and see you next episode. Bye.